For the last few years, Arkansas has been clawing and striving and building and trying to prove that it somehow belongs with Alabama and LSU. Last week, Arkansas didn't belong in the ACC, losing to Little Louisiana Monroe, blowing a 28-7 lead, losing in overtime. MarkRogersTV on Alabama and Arkansas as the Hogs try to somehow get off the deck and compete with number one. The rhetoric out of Fayetteville all week from head coach John L. Smith and players has been, we're 0-0. We're 0-0. This is our first game. Trying to somehow convince themselves that they can compete with the best team in the country. And it is the truth. As they strive for an SEC championship, they're 0-0 just like Alabama's 0-0. And they somehow have to forget about that monumental, devastating loss to, again, Louisiana Monroe last week. That's going to be difficult to do considering the status of first-team All-SEC quarterback Tyler Wilson. Left last week's game with a 21-7 lead with a head injury, threw for 196 yards, looked like his team had salted away a win, and a week later they've got a loss and may not have one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Of course, Arkansas is going to be extremely cautious with this decision of whether Tyler Wilson will suit up and take the first snap for Arkansas. If he can't, here are the guys in play. First, you've got former backup quarterback, turned wide receiver, and now back to quarterback, Brandon Mitchell. This guy went 22 of 32 in mop-up duty last year and played wide receiver in week 1 and week 2 and caught 4 passes for 122 yards. Or the Hogs could go with redshirt freshman Brandon Allen, who came in for Wilson last week and did not fare well. 6 of 20 for 85 yards. So Wilson down to Allen or Mitchell is obviously a huge downgrade for this offense, trying to compete with the best defense in the country. So whether it's going to be Wilson, Mitchell, or Allen is a big mystery, but no mystery about who the best team in the country is. I believe it's Alabama at number 1. And the Tide didn't even have 2 of its best defenders last week in D. Milner and Jesse Williams. The nose tackle and the DB will be back for Arkansas, so more bad news for the Hogs. John L. Smith has his work cut out for him here. He's got to rally the troops, somehow instill some confidence into this team and some kind of belief that they can possibly pull off the upset. And then also he's got a game plan against the guru, Nick Saban, as well. And John L. Smith, I don't believe, is up to that challenge. Tide rolls in this one. Do they cover the 21? Well, of course, we will analyze this game and all the rest of the top 25 and make our picks straight and against the spread coming up real soon. But right now, we would like to hear about the Tide and the Hogs, the rest of the SEC and college football in general, here on Mark Rogers TV.